property investment right for you? Property investment attracts people for many reasons, such as building long-term financial security to addressing housing shortages in their communities. Many landlords are motivated by the opportunity to provide quality homes for families, support local housing needs, or help individuals transition between life stages. Whether your goals are financial, social, or a combination of both, becoming a successful landlord requires careful preparation and realistic expectations. The reality of property ownership involves navigating complex regulations, managing maintenance needs, building positive tenant relationships, and making thoughtful decisions that balance your objectives with your tenants' needs. While this can be deeply rewarding for those well suited to it, the responsibilities are significant and deserve careful consideration. Before embarking on your property investment journey, honest self-assessment will help you ensure you achieve your goals whilst providing excellent service to your tenants. The following questions should help you evaluate whether you have the resources, temperament, and circumstances to succeed as a responsible landlord in today's market. Do you have sufficient financial resources beyond the deposit? Property investment requires substantial capital beyond the initial deposit to ensure you can maintain high standards for your tenant whilst protecting your investment. Most buy-to-let mortgages require deposits of 20 to 40% of the property value, but this just represents the foundation of your financial commitment. Ensure you can comfortably cover stamp duty, legal fees, survey costs, comprehensive insurance, and any initial improvements needed to create a welcoming home. Don't forget the additional stamp duty surcharge that applies to most buy-to-let investments. Plan for ongoing financial commitments, including mortgage payments during any void periods, annual maintenance costs, typically 10 to 15% of rental income, insurance premiums, and unexpected repairs. Having robust financial reserves mean you can respond quickly to tenant needs and maintain your property to high standards without financial stress. Experienced landlords often recommend maintaining at least 6 months of expenses in readily accessible savings before purchasing your first investment property, as this is the financial cushion that helps you provide reliable, responsive service to your tenants. Can you handle the responsibility and commitment of caring for tenants? Successful landlords understand they're not just managing properties, they're providing homes where people build their lives. This involves responding promptly to maintenance requests, treating tenants with respect and fairness, and taking pride in offering quality accommodation. Consider your communication style and problem-solving approach. Can you maintain professionalism while being genuinely helpful when tenants face challenges? Are you comfortable taking responsibility for ensuring your properties meet high safety and also comfort standards? Effective landlording requires regular interaction with tenants, with contractors and service providers. If you prefer minimal interaction or find it difficult to balance firmness with fairness, professional property management companies can handle day-to-day operations, though this will reduce your returns. The legal responsibilities are significant, including ensuring gas safety, electrical safety, fire safety, and compliance with housing standards. Meeting these obligations protects both your tenants' well-being and it protects your investment. Do you understand the current UK tax implications? Okay, so property investment taxation has evolved significantly in recent years, making it essential to understand how changes affect your financial planning. The most significant shift is the restriction of mortgage interest tax relief. That is now limited to a basic rate tax credit regardless of your tax bracket. This particularly impacts higher rate taxpayers, potentially affecting cash flow and overall returns. Other considerations include capital gain tax on property sales, inheritance tax and the implications there, and the importance of maintaining detailed records for allowable expenses. Working with accountants experienced in property taxation is invaluable for optimising your tax position and also ensuring compliance. Some landlords benefit from incorporating their property activities, though this involves additional complexity and costs. Understanding these implications helps you make informed decisions and budget appropriately for professional advice. An investment will often pay for itself through proper tax planning. Have you researched your target market and the community needs? Successful property investment begins with understanding your local community and the housing needs you can help address. Different areas have varying tenant demographics. They have varying rental expectations and community characteristics that influence your approach. Research local rental platforms. Look at typical tenancy lengths and what drives housing demand in your chosen area. As an example, university towns might need flexible arrangements for students, whilst family areas benefit from longer-term stability and child-friendly features. Understanding these needs helps you provide appropriate housing solutions. Investigate local employment trends, transport links, planned developments, and council housing policies. Are there opportunities to support local housing needs? Could your investment help address shortages in certain property types or price ranges? Consider which property types align with both your capabilities and community needs. Houses often attract families seeking stability, whilst apartments might suit young professionals or even older residents who are looking to downsize. Are you prepared for the time investment? Property investment requires ongoing attention to maintain high standards and positive tenant relationships. Even with professional management, you'll need time for strategic decisions, for financial oversight, and ensuring your properties meet your standards. Self-managing involves tenant selection. It involves maintenance coordination, rent collection, and regulatory compliance. Finding the right tenants requires careful marketing, thorough referencing, and clear communication about expectations and also responsibilities. Maintenance management means building relationship with reliable contractors. It means responding promptly to tenant requests and conducting regular property inspections to identify issues early on. Proactive maintenance often prevents larger problems and demonstrates your commitment to providing quality housing. Consider your availability alongside your other commitments. Many successful landlords start with one property to understand the time requirements and develop effective systems before going off and expanding on those. Do you have realistic expectations about returns and those rewards? Understanding realistic returns helps you make informed decisions about whether property investment suits your goals. While gross rental yields provide a starting point, net returns after expenses, taxes, and void periods tell the real story. Current rental yields vary significantly dependent upon location and property type, with net yields typically 2 to 4% points below gross figures once all costs are considered. Factor in potential capital appreciation, but remember that property values can fluctuate. Beyond financial returns, consider the personal satisfaction many landlords derive from providing good homes and supporting their communities. These intangible benefits often motivate long-term success, though they shouldn't replace sound financial planning. Compare property investment returns with alternative investments, considering the active management required and your personal interest in property and housing provision. Can you handle challenging situations professionally? Every landlord occasionally faces difficult situations, from late payments to maintenance disputes or antisocial behaviour. Approaching these challenges with professionalism and empathy while protecting everyone's interests is crucial for long-term success. The legal framework around tenant rights and landlord obligations continues evolving, with extended notice periods and court procedures that can be lengthy. Understanding these processes helps you navigate difficulties whilst maintaining positive relationships where possible. Consider your emotional resilience and conflict resolution skills. Can you separate personal feelings from business decisions whilst treating tenants fairly and respectfully? Professional property managers can handle many challenging situations, though ultimately the responsibility lies with yourself. Building good relationships with tenants from the start often prevents many problems and can create a more positive experience for everyone involved. Do you understand the evolving regulatory environment? Property letting operates within an increasingly comprehensive and regulatory framework designed to protect tenants and improve housing standards. Recent changes include licensing requirements, enhanced safety regulations, and energy efficiency standards. Many councils now require landlord licensing for certain properties, involving fees, inspections, and ongoing compliance monitoring. These requirements ensure professional standards and help maintain area reputation. Energy efficiency regulations require properties to meet minimum standards, with potential future requirements for higher ratings. Investing in energy improvements not only ensures compliance, but also reduces tenants' utility costs and the environmental impacts. Staying informed through landlord associations and professional networks helps you anticipate changes and budget for compliance costs. Viewing regulations as standards for quality rather than as burdens often leads to better outcomes for both landlords and for tenants. Are you investing for the right reasons? Examine your motivations honestly. Successful landlords often combine financial goals with genuine interest in property, with housing provision and community support. This combination of motivations tends to create more sustainability, a more fulfilling investment experience also. Consider whether property investment aligns with your values, your lifestyle, and your long-term plans. Some landlords find great satisfaction in helping people through housing transitions, while others focus primarily on building family wealth for future generations. Ensure your expectations are realistic and based on thorough research rather than media and social media stories or social pressure. Property investment can be rewarding, but requires genuine commitment to doing it well. Think about whether you're prepared to be a good landlord, someone who provides quality housing, treats tenants fairly, and contributes positively to the rental market and the wider community. Making your decision. After considering these questions, you should have a clearer sense of whether property investment suits your goals, suits your capabilities, and your circumstances. If concerns arise, consider addressing them before proceeding or exploring alternative approaches to your objectives. Remember that successful property investment depends on thorough preparation, on ongoing learning, and professional management rather than market timing or that of speculation. Those who approach it as a serious commitment to providing quality housing while building wealth tend to achieve the best outcomes. If you decide to proceed, start conservatively with one property in a familiar area, as this will allow you to learn whilst managing risk. Seek advice from experienced professionals, including property specialists, accountants, solicitors, who are all familiar with investment properties. Property investment can provide excellent returns and personal satisfaction for those well suited to its demands, whilst also contributing to the local housing solutions. However, it requires realistic expectations, proper preparation, and ongoing commitment to succeed. Honest self-assessment using these questions will help ensure you make the right decision for your circumstances and for your goals.